Hi, I am Laura Jane, the Rawtarian from therawtarian.com, and today in the Rawtarian's kitchen, we are making my Strawberry Fields smoothie. This is actually one of my favorite smoothies lately. It's quite simple, but the flavor is just super strawberry-y. Because sometimes you use strawberries in a smoothie and it doesn't really taste like strawberry, I find. But I just find this has a really refreshing, bright, like summery flavor, and the ingredients are healthful but not too obscure. Well, what do we have, you ask? This is like a brimming cup of spinach. It's 1 cup, but I kind of packed it in there. A cup of strawberries. You could use frozen strawberries or fresh. Today it is like summer and we have, these are local strawberries. I'm excited. They are very flavorful. A banana, 1 cup. This happens to be almond milk. You could use any kind of nut milk. You could also use water if you want to. It just won't be quite as rich, but that's totally fine. Sometimes I use water. And this is lemon juice, which adds a little bit of brightness to it. It's 1 tablespoon. I really did that with such like verve. Okay, all we're doing is a smoothie, so we're just blending it up. Hey, I didn't bring any kind of receptacle to, aka a glass to pour this into, but that's okay. We don't need to do that. So, you know me. And again, you could use frozen strawberries or frozen banana. If you're using frozen banana, it's gotta be, before you freeze it, you gotta peel it. Otherwise, you're never gonna get that peel off. But if you have a crappy blender, you don't wanna use frozen fruit. I mean, you can, but it's easier to use fresh. But what I was going to say before I interrupted myself was, we always like to start with the soft things at the bottom, like a banana, like a fresh banana, liquid. I guess it always goes down to the bottom. But for example, if these strawberries were frozen, I would put them in last because sometimes if you put the really hard stuff at the bottom, it just can't, the blender can't get going. So although there's quite a bit of green in there, as you probably know, spinach is the best green to use in a smoothie because it doesn't taste very green. It's the most mild tasting green there is to put in a smoothie. And so it's wonderful to use in a green smoothie that's gonna look green and give you the nutritional boost that you want, but it's not gonna taste green. Is that everything? I think it is. So we're just blending. So this is a Vitamix blender. It's an amazing blender. There's a lot of really great blenders out there. Blendtec is another wonderful brand. The thing that a blender does really well, that a crappy blender doesn't, is eliminate all the bits of, say, your spinach or all those little bits, so that this is like super smooth and delicious. And it's just like a smoothie you would get at a mall. You know, when you have a good blender, you can make it like so silky smooth. That's the difference between a good blender and a junky one. Or a less expensive one, I should say. Yes, I know. I love the smoothie. I drink it often. I actually feel like I can taste the nut milk. I feel like I usually use water. They're both good, but I feel like maybe kind of like it with water better. That's probably all I need to say about the Strawberry Fields smoothie. Thank you, and try this for breakfast tomorrow.